Right, I'm gonna try and do this all in one take, so, yeah. Welcome to the thing I've been working on. So, yeah. I'm just gonna get straight down to business because I'm probably gonna screw multiple things up. Now, I know Kelko already did a video, but, he does not have what we are considering the master copy of the mod, and I'm switching accents again. And, so I know a bit more about what's been worked on, like, I remember a bit more. So, yeah, let's get right into what's actually been updated. First off, for Zay, we added the gate switch ore in the nether. This is where a lot of the rare switches are coming from, like, obviously Meteor, Nadeshiko, and the rocket, like, clear drill switch and the super rocket states. All that good stuff. Fun, fun, fun. And, I think I mentioned this. Did I just say this? Yeah. All of the base forms have potion effects now. The switches just don't affect anything just yet, but you can run around as Forze in the base states. I mean, obviously all the states, and you'll get potion effects. Meteor, same thing, and Nadeshiko, same thing. Of course, you're going to the nether for these two. Not going to make things so easy on you. So yeah, that does it for Forza. We didn't add any new items or anything because the gate switch was already in. It just wasn't obtainable. So right. So moving on to Amazons. I only have these two out, but just know that all of the Amazon riders, except for Neo at the time of this recording, have potion effects. And you can obtain them all except for the blind alpha because I don't know whether that's going to be its own belt or it's going to be a form change on regular alpha. And of course, all this stuff is obtainable in survival and craftable, but I still want to add their weapon, like the thing that comes off the belt, before we actually do a release here. So I also added the Amazon Cell ore. This is an overworld ore. And obviously we have the Amazon Cell sample, the Condor cores, and Amazon injectors. And these are what I use to craft the various Amazon's belts. So yeah, there's that. So moving on to the show riders. I only have X here because I didn't want to display all of them, but know that all of these show riders except for Sango, Yongo, and Kamen Sentai Go Rider have their effects. And I also added the Rydol stick for X. It's just a big stick. And yes, I think I mentioned this, but I'm running this straight from Eclipse, so I can't exactly pick what character I have, so yay. And I added the rider circuit, which is how you're going to craft all the show riders. It's not going to be an ore. We think you're going to have to go out and like fight Shocker Combat Men to actually get them to drop rider circuits and belts. So yeah, that's really it for the show riders. Fies, Blade, Hibiki, and Kiva. Why are these guys here? They've all got potion effects, although Blade and Hibiki still have barely anything in the mod, and we need to fix that very soon. Probably when we're like after whenever we get this update out. So alright, moving on to Denno. We added a lot to Denno. First off, we have the evil Imagine Sand block that's found in the nether. And we'll let you get basically everyone that isn't base Denno. Fun. So we added all these new Dengasher forms. I may be missing one, but who knows. Okay, these are just the new ones. There's already ones for some of these riders that are in the game. Oh yeah, they've all got potion effects now. That's something. And we also added the Imagine weapons. And, of course, Makatetti's in here. And we also have the rider passes. These basically function like the O scanner, is that you need them to access all the potion effects. You craft them in basically the same way, too. So basically, all riders use the rider pass, except for Gao, who uses the master pass, and G-Denno, who uses the G-Denno rider pass, or Eve, whatever the hell you want to call it. We also added a bunch of new tickets that drop, but I forgot to put them in here. But they're just for all these riders. So, and then crafting them. So just know you can get to all these now. Moving on, Double also got a fairly big update. We have changing belts now. If I were to... I'm actually going to pop into Double real fast so I can kind of show this off. So yeah, Double now has the potion effects, and also he has the changing belts. So if I went into, say, Lunar Trigger, the belt changes. At long last, that works. And of course, if I went into, say, Fang Joker, I think it'll just force you into Fang Joker if you use Fang. Where is it? Where is it? I'm blind. There it is. I believe it just forces you into Fang Joker. Oh, I didn't want to open the chest. Oh, it actually doesn't, but, you are supposed to be Fang Joker. So... Actually, all these effects are mostly coming from Fang. You do get Wither, and the nausea doesn't really work, but, yeah. But it does change the belt. That was what I kind of wanted to show when it comes to this stuff. So we also added, some new stuff. Obviously, the Nether Ore, which will let you get the Axel and Lost Drivers. Axel and the Lost Drivers do change, too, so keep that in mind. And Ryu here broke the world a few times, so blame him for all these wacky glitches we've been posting on Twitter. And we also have the T2 Gaia memory, which you can find in the Nether, the Prism memory, so you can now craft the Prism Bicker, the Engine memory for the Engine Blade, which is over here, and the Shippu and Kirifuda memories. These just function as Cyclone and Joker for now, because that's really all they were. It was a dream sequence, so yeah. God, imagine if I get to the end of this video and I find out I hadn't been recording. Probably is, though. Alright, so, yeah. So there's the T2 Gaia memory ore. And, yeah, that does it for Double, pretty much. Oh, yeah, Cyclone XL Extreme doesn't have effects yet. I'll get to that before release. So now on to Gaim. We have Suika Arms. Obviously, Suika Arms has been in here, but you couldn't get it until now. I've made it a rare drop from the Overworld ore, so finally you can get Suika Arms. And Greedon's here for a reason you'll see in just a second. So obviously, aside from Suika, we have a couple of new items. We have the Fresh Pine Lock Seed, doesn't do anything. Unless we do add the arms in the future, because even though it's just a hypothetical form, who knows. The Roulette Lock Seed and the Christmas Lock Seed don't do anything, because these are just little things that existed in the toy line. We have the Lock Vehicles. They are rare-ish drops. They don't do anything. These two are in the Overworld. These two are in the Nether. And of course we have Suika's weapons, which all have big renders. Oh, I need to change the time. They all have big renders. So that's something that you can do. And this one kind of renders really, weird when you're holding it. Oh well, I might adjust that in the future. So right, on to the last thing for Gaim is the Dongri Lock Seed. Now, this is not an ordinary Dongri Lock Seed. And if you've seen the show, if you've seen Gaim, you know where this is going. So let me grab the Greedon belt. It can be any belt, but I just went with Greedon because it's kind of his Lock Seed that he had. If you use this Lock Seed, it puts Nincompoop in the chat and it drops an anvil on you. So you can basically make a tower of anvils if you wanted. Yeah, ain't that fun? That's very fun. And basically a free, since it's basically a free anvil, it will use up the item. I've had that set up as a rare drop from the Overworld ore. And it won't stack with the regular Dongri, so that's the best chance you have of not dropping an anvil on your head. So yeah, make sure to either... You can trick your friends with that very easily. And lastly, we have Build. As you can see, we have Rabbit Tank Sparkling is now in. And I'm just going to throw on some Build Armor so I can show you some of the other new things that we have in. Right, so obviously build isn't anything new, but we now have Rabbit Tank Sparkling. And the belt does change, it just doesn't show up on armor stands. And yeah, it's just a slightly better Rabbit Tank. I have it set up as a very rare drop from the main overworld ore at the moment. So yeah, that's all fun. And obviously in here we have all sorts of new stuff. Hawk Gatling now has proper effects now. Originally it just made you fly. It can still make you fly when you have the best match, but these bottles actually do have effects now. I added effects to Santa Cake. They function somewhat like the Santa Claus icon from Ghost. The Cake one gives you saturation, Santa's just kind of a swiftness kind of thing. We have Phoenix Robo. Oh, I guess I have to show these off because these are brand new in the mod. Now, Phoenix Robo, it's unobtainable at the moment, and, again, it doesn't have potion effects. But you can go into Phoenix Robo, but you can't get the bottles yet. When this has potion effects, and we've actually seen Phoenix Robo, like, do things, we'll have it in. Alright, and next is Octopus Light. Now, I think we need to change the texture on Octopus a little bit, because I think the eye part is just rabbit with a slightly different color. But this gives you potion effects, and these do drop, so that is all fine and dandy. So let me just put these away, and I'll get on to the next things that were added. Obviously, as you can see, we now have the Kaizuko Hasha. It will use up blank full bottles when it fires. So yeah, Kaizuko Russia has its weapon now. And lastly, Cross Z has his effects now. He's basically just Key Dragon without any of the negative effects, which is pretty fitting. So yeah, he has his effects now, and obviously you could get his weapon and whatnot in the past, I believe. I'll have to check that after this video's done, probably. So yeah, there you go, like 10-15 minute rundown of everything we've been working on in Kamen Rider Craft Expanded. That's the name. That's the name. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't really have an outro, so yeah, like the video and share it or something. I don't know. Now I have to do my Kamen Rider Craft intro, outro. Now I have to do my... Now I have to do my Kamen Rider Craft outro. Anyways, bye!